Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Book Masters. Thank you for being here and sharing your time, space, and energy with each other, which is very precious. So use it wisely. So, Masters, before we go ahead and start our book reading session as well as meditation, first let us pray to all the divine beings and give them gratitude and all the regards that they do so much for all of us. They protect us, guard us, support us, and they guide us for all the precious work that they do for all of us. We are really grateful, immensely blessed, and also we give our regards to all the masters, to all the divine beings, ascended masters, the Param Guru Mandali masters, the masters from the astral realms who are connected with the Most High, the masters from the pyramid world, crystal world, elemental world, who all are our spiritual guides, guardian angels, loved one, ancestors, the spirit animals, and also masters who are the siddhas, the gurus, the teachers, healers, mentors, the White Brotherhood, White Sisterhood, the Param Guru Mandali Masters, our great Grand Master Pitama Brahmarishi Patriji, Mahavtar Babaji, our guides, guardian angels, archangels, angels, and the spirit animal, spirit guides. We are really grateful. Thank you so much to each and every one. Please help us align with the soul journeys that we have curated for ourselves, as well as the purpose, and also help us align with our highest timeline that we have set for us. Whatever we have set for this incarnation, please help us align with the consciousness, the wisdom, the knowledge, and also the soul journeys and the incarnation. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. So, very warm welcome to each and every one, Masters. So, today, the quote that I have shared, let me share this again. Is there any, like, before I go ahead and start the quote and start any wisdom or share anything, I want to ask you all, are you happy with what we are doing and how we are progressing? Is there any recommendation or any questions that you want to ask or share? Because sometimes, because the reading and the wisdom sharing, nowadays we don't get enough time to ask for questions, because after the meditation, I feel that many people, they can't speak because of the energy. So I understand. So that's why I'm asking, if you feel comfortable beforehand, if you want to ask any question, you all can ask me, and you can raise your hand, anything. And I see no one is opening their videos. I know some of the people, they are in this, not, I think, background you might feel, but you can always put on wallpaper. I'm the one who will be seeing. I'm not going to ask you anything, but still, if there is anything, let me, help you out, because I see when people are not talking, not discussing, it's like a very low energy. So try to, be in that state, active state. I know it's the evening time and not everyone is on the same page, but I would try my best to help you out here with your questions or anything, because this is the time that you can ask. So anyhow, I see no one is in that mood today. Is it Friday? Is that so? So anyhow, okay. So let me share the wisdom quote. In the meantime, you all can think about it. But I'm requesting everyone to open your videos. It helps me when I'm speaking. It feels as if I'm talking to the walls or telling everyone. Okay. Yeah. So here it is. I'm going to share with everyone. Yeah. So in this quote, this is someone posted this, and it was so nice that I wanted to share this. So it says, your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flower or weeds. Very beautiful indeed. But the point is, definitely our mind creates so much. It creates our own reality. Our thoughts are very helpful in creating that reality. So through our mind, through our conscious, subconscious mind, we can actually make that reality happen for us. And that is what they are saying, that your mind is a garden. It's a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. So definitely these thoughts that we think about the whole day, they are our seeds that you want to help them see flourish, grow, and you want to water these by your, like, basically you time and again think about it. Sometimes we think about our past, sometimes we think about our future. But these thoughts that you think, are they positive, negative, are they disastrous, or are they miraculous? It depends on the thoughts. So these thoughts can be your seeds. It can either create your destiny or it can destroy your destiny. So we have to think wisely, and also either you can grow flowers from them or weeds. Choice is yours. Weeds meaning it can be a negative thought or a disastrous thinking that you are thinking, or it can be a positive thought or a miraculous thinking. The choice is yours. When you think in a positive way, miraculous way, it can definitely grow flowers in your garden. But if it is a negative or disastrous thinking, it can grow weeds, and it will be very difficult to take care of the whole area of that garden, and it is not easy, right? Anyhow, so this is from my side. Anyone wishes to share their thoughts about this, please go ahead and share. Raise your hand. Okay, thank you so much, Srilata ji, that you are happy with the sessions, that how they are going. And wonderful. Thank you, Hilary, as well, that you said, I'm also happy with the way the session is going. I'm happy. I'm also happy, but want to, know about others as well, how they are feeling. I am the one holding the sessions here, but the people who are listening to me are also happy. That is very important to me. Anyhow, well, you can't make everyone happy, but we can always try. Anyhow, let's begin our book reading session today. So we are on to chapter 9 today, masters, okay? And let me share the quotation. Like in every chapter, some master has given something. Today it is from Henry David Thoreau, and it is from chapter 9. So here, Master David says that as far, one second, yeah, here it is. As far back as I can remember, I have unconsciously referred to the experiences of a previous state of existence. So, as far as he can remember, he has unconsciously referred to the experiences of a previous state of existence where he incarnated previously. He says that I have lived, Henry David Thoreau is saying, I have lived in Judea 1800 years ago, but I never knew that there was such a one as Christ among my contemporaries. So at that time, when he lived, it was 1800 years ago, and that time Jesus was one of his contemporary. As the stars looked to me when I was a shepherd in Assyria, they look to me now a New Englander. So wow, it's so beautiful description, how he has written that he was, and that's the thing that came to my mind, that he was a shepherd. Earlier when I read it, it did not come to me. Okay, now when I read it again, it came to me. By, like, I did not even go down to the third line, fourth line, but it just came to me that maybe he might be a shepherd, and that was what he was telling. And then the star, as soon as the stars looked at me when I read that line, I felt that yes, maybe he was the shepherd and they were going to that by looking at the stars and following the star. So anyhow, but wow, wonderful. So anyhow, masters, let me show you some picture of where Judea is. I happen to see that today, and it is between Palestine and basically between the Mediterranean Sea and the um, Dead Sea, right? Black Sea or Dead Sea? Something. One second. Judea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Let me. Then we will. Today I'm going to take only a little bit of the chapter 9 because there are like 12 pages in that chapter, and it will be too much just reading, okay? So let's just take 5 pages, not too much. Anyhow, so this is where Judea is, masters, here, if you can see, or here, yeah, here. I think this will be, I think this is better. This one is better. Yes. So this is the place where Judea is, masters. It's between the, where is it? Okay, come on. It's not happening. 1 second. 1 second. No. 1 second. Sorry about that. Let it be like that. Not to do more. I think this is much better. Yeah, here it is. Okay. I'll just share it like that only, masters, not much, but so this is where the Mediterranean Sea is, and this is the Dead Sea here. And between this is Judea. This is Bethlehem here. Here's the Bethlehem. Jerusalem is here. This is Philistine, or the Palestine, as they say. Okay. So Supe Salah, here is this place as well. So this is Jerusalem between Mediterranean Sea and the Dead Sea. And this is Judea. This is this place. It's a very, like the orange part that you saw. And here in this picture, okay, this is where we are showing near Gaza. Basically, Lebanon is here up, and Syria, and between Israel and Lebanon, right? Jordan is here, Egypt is here, Saudi Arabia is here. So that's why I just want to, because now we are going to enter into Elizabeth's past life. And in Elizabeth's past life, now she enters into very ancient times. And the ancient times are during that time when, you know, there was the Englishman and the, 1 second, no, not the Englishman. Sorry, I opened something else. Yeah. So let me take out. Yeah. So now in this session, today, it's about Elizabeth and her past lifetimes that she had. She is much relaxed and she had gone into her past life. And but she had a lot of other things going on in her life. She went for a business trip, and she went for a out of town trip, which was very not rare for her. But now how like beautiful she looks and how beautiful she smiles, which actually ended in the last session, had already faded now. So basically the everyday reality and the pressures of life were once again taking their toll on Elizabeth. So 2 weeks had already elapsed, and now she was eager to continue her journey back into the past life, so where she had recalled important events and lessons which helped her basically. And now she is she experienced a glimmer of happiness and hope, but she wanted more about what is keeping her in this trauma or pain. So as soon as she reaches Dr. Weiss's office, she is put into a deep trance state, and now Elizabeth starts remembering. So she goes into that time when it was the Jerusalem time and the Jesus time. That's what it's written, the Judea. So Elizabeth remembered the stones of Jerusalem with their distinctive coloring, and which could change according to the light of the day and night. So there is a very magical thing about the stones of Jerusalem, that when the sunlight falls on them, it's about the color seems very different at every different time, right? So that's what she's saying. And at times it was golden. So I would share one of my recent chat with one of my friend who is in Italy right now, and she went to that place also. From there they went to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the cathedral and the Parliament House, and many more things they are doing. So she sent me a picture of the cathedral, okay? And at the time when the sun is actually coming up or setting, I think the shadow of the sun basically is making the, not the shadow, I would say the rays of the sun is making that cathedral look very golden, basically. And the shadow part is basically on the grayish side. So just imagine that is very natural, like anywhere, but the way they are made, with the stones they are made, it seems different. So anyhow, so she says that she remembered her town near Jerusalem, and Jerusalem with the small dirt and rock roads, and the houses, the inhabitants, their clothing. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show before I go ahead, because I wanted to see how that life is. So let me share this again. Okay, this, 1 second. I think this would be wonderful to see. Not this one. Yeah, this is. I think this would be better. Yeah, let me share this again. Sorry for the interruption, Masters, but this means a lot. That's why I'm saying to see it, how the world was at that time. So this is one of the, it's from the Wikipedia, Masters. This is how it used to look. Okay. And in ancient times also, see, it was like this, it is the pictures of Judea. Okay. The Jerusalem as well. And let me, now it's like that here. Again, 1 second. So this is how it looks. Okay. I hope you all can see. If you can see, let me know, Masters. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay. Here, this is the time of Jesus, how it used to look. They have the Romans, how they have. Anyhow, let's go. So it was really beautiful to see how they used to live. And okay. Yeah, so Jerusalem with the dirt, with the small dirt and rock roads, the houses, the inhabitants, their clothing, their customs, and there were some vineyards also, fig trees. Some fields were with flax and wheat where that grew, and water came from the well down the road. Ancient oaks and pomegranate trees were near the well, and this was the time in Palestine, as it always seemed to be, of intense religious and spiritual activity, of new changes. So she remembered now from that past time in that Palestine area region. She also sees that, it was, or there was, people were basically oppressed by the invaders from Rome. There was a lot of harsh days that they used to live, heaviness in the air, because they were always in fear that what will happen. She remembered her father, and her father name was Eli. So Father Eli used to work as a potter, and he used the water from the well to create a lot of clay pots, shapes, and he would shape all the clay pots with his hand, making bowls, jars, and many other items for his home and for the villagers. And some he would sell to Jerusalem. In basically, some he would sell in Jerusalem, and sometimes merchants or other people would come through in the village, and they would buy his jugs or cookwares and bowls. So Elizabeth supplied many more descriptions to Dr. Weiss of about the potter's wheel and the rhythm of her father's foot on the wheel, and she gave details of the small village. So Dr. Weiss had asked like what was her name. So she says her name is Miriam, and she was a happy girl living in turbulent times. So the times were very turbulent, and after a certain time, everything in her life basically forever changed by the spread of that turbulence, because of the turbulence. So again, they progressed into that significant event in her life, in that lifetime. And it was the time when his father met this premature death at the hands of Roman soldiers. So what happened was that Roman soldiers would frequently torment the early Christians who were living in the Palestine at that time. So they would devise cruel games and to just have their own fun, to have that funny moment or some to create that fun. What they used to do, they used to play some very cruel games with all the Christians who were there, the early Christians, and this game actually accidentally killed Miriam's father. What happened was that at first they tied Eli's ankles, and the soldiers actually tied Eli's ankle, Miriam's father, and they dragged him in the village behind a horse and ridden by soldiers. So soldiers were riding the horses, and through that there was a rope that was actually tied around Eli's ankles. So this was basically they wanted to have that fun, and it was like it was going on endless because even a minute of this when it is happening, it would seem endless. So the horses were stopped, and her father body was battered, and this was basically this ordeal continued for a minute, but it seemed endless, and but still this ordeal did not put Eli to death. He survived this ordeal, but his daughter was very terrified. Miriam was very terrified, and she could hear the soldiers howling, and they were laughing, and she was not happy with what they did, but she could not control that. So two of the Romans, then what they did, they wrapped the free end of the rope to themselves around their chest, and then they began prancing around just like the horses. And her father, whose ankles were actually tied to the rope, he lurched, moved forward, and he hit his head on a large rock. So he was injured mortally, basically going to die. Like it was so bad, the injury, that he could have died with it. So after some time, the soldiers left him in the dusty road. And this was very senseless to whatever was going on. And it was like she was not okay with it. She was feeling very bad, tormented, and angry, and very bitter, very hopeless because it was like now she could see his father, and lot of blood was coming out from his head, and also from the side of his mouth. So she took his father on her lap, and she held his head in her lap, and she could see a lot of bruises and cuts, and she was like basically no, sorry, not bruise and cut. Actually, she is remembering about uh, herself and her father, that nobody knew how his father tended to her bruises and cuts in during her childhood time. No one knew how warm his father was, or how funny her father was, and no one knew how he tended to all those spots, how he made those spots, how he would shape those spots. So they didn't knew the softness, the gentleness of his father, and they were like making fun of his father. They put him through so much of despair, and so much of things were going on. They took him through the horses and tied the rope around his ankle. So she was not okay with it. She was very angry, and but uh, she couldn't do anything. So anguish was also there, and she was crying also. And so she says that nobody has felt the kisses or hugs. Nobody knew about that. And how could this gentle, caring man put so with so much pain or trauma or hurt? And so these moments were terror filled, and the soldiers took out a beautiful life out of that man. And basically, now I'm just trying to let you read the lines that she is speaking. So the senseless, this spot, the senselessness outraged her, and tears of hatred joined those of her pain. She rocked back and forth on the dusty, like she was taking his father on her hand, and like she was rocking back and forth. And she's also now, she cradled her father's head on her lap, in her lap, and she could no longer, like he could no longer speak. Blood trickled from the corner of his mouth, and she could hear gurgling in his chest every time he labored to breathe. Death was very close. The light in his eyes approached dusk, the end of his day. And she said that because as the day was ending, the father who was in her lap, he was also dying. And she says now she knew that the death is approaching. So she says to to her father, I love you, father. And she whispered very softly, looking into his darkening eyes. And she says that I will always love you. So his eyes were dimming, his eyes were basically going to close, and in a blink of an eye, basically they knew, both of them knew now it's the end time. So he closed his eyes and now he died. So she kept rocking as the setting sun ended its day. Her family and other villagers gently, they took that father's body from her and they prepared for the last rites. In her mind, she could always see his father eyes getting closed. She could see his eyes as well, whatever was going on in the eyes. And she was sure that he also understood that she loves um, uh, Eli, her father. So as Elizabeth sat quietly, as Dr. Weiss sat quietly, immobilized, basically by the depth of Elizabeth's despair, Dr. Weiss noted that the tape recorder was not on and it was not running. So he put in a new tape and the red recording light flashed and they were recording again. So these were some tidbits that we are going back into the past time and then coming back into the present. So okay, now Dr. Weiss says that his mind now connected with Elizabeth's current grief to the grief from Palestine. So now she again is going through this pain where where her mother in the present lifetime, her mother had died, okay, and she could not take this grief. She's feeling depressed, right? So now Dr. Weiss is connecting this past grief, this present life past grief with the grief from that Palestine era, and it was nearly 2000 years ago. So, was this another case in which the ancient grief was compounding current grief? Would the experience of reincarnation and knowing that there is life after death heal this grief? So, as uh, his attention came to Elizabeth, he says that now again, let's go move back in time again, move ahead. What happened after that? So Elizabeth says that there's nothing, meaning there was now after a while, because she could not take her father's death, she also died after a year or so. She could not live long, and it affected her very deeply, and which led to profound depression and early death. And now she says that she's floating in the air. So whenever a person is vacating the body, whenever they die, they experience this floating in the air. Okay, so that is what she says to Dr. Weiss, and then her voice trailed away. So now after some time, again when they start going into this deeper trance state, her voice became deeper and very strong. So Elizabeth could do what Catherine in the past, Catherine what was she started channeling, right? Um, some higher level masters. So same way, Elizabeth also is going to go into this deep trance state, and her voice became deeper, and she started channeling, and like how his other patients were able to do, like Catherine. So she was also now transmitting messages and information from the masters high level, who are the non-physical beings. And Dr. Weiss mentioned that this he has written in the first book. So I think his first book was Many Lives, Many Masters. So he could perceive similar messages when he meditated, but the words always seemed more meaningful when they came from the patients. So he says that I knew that I had to develop confidence in my own abilities to hear, to receive, and to perceive these same concepts from these same sources. So he says that remember the voice that is saying, remember, the voice says, remember that you are always loved, you are always protected, and you are never alone. You also are a being of light, of wisdom, of love, and you can never be forgotten. You can never be overlooked or ignored. You are not your body, you are not your brain, not even your mind. You are spirit. All you have to do is to reawaken to the memory, to remember a spirit has no limits, not the limit of the physical body, nor of the reaches of the intellect or the mind. So here I'm going to just read the passage, masters, because it's just about reading in this chapter. because there's very prominent messages that needs to be read through. And so I'm going to just read it for you all. I'm going to go slow, but this page, let me see till what page we can go, and then I'm going to stop. So, okay, you want to say as the vibrational energy. Yeah, I think it is here. Yeah. So I'm going to read this para and then I'm going to stop. As the vibrational energy of spirit is slowed down so that more dense environments, such as your three-dimensional plane, can be experienced, the effect is for spirit to be crystallized and transformed into denser and denser bodies. So now they're saying about as the vibrational energy of spirit is slowed down so that more dense environments, such as your three-dimensional plane, can be experienced. The effect is for spirit to be crystallized and transformed into denser and denser bodies, meaning that when you are in the spirit world, your vibrational energy is very high. You vibrate at a very higher state. Basically, when the energy comes down, sometimes your body becomes like you shake, right? That energy is coming down. So your body is vibrating. But when you want to experience this physical plane, that spirit energy has to be dense. It has to be thick to experience this physical plane, right? So it needs to be crystallized and transformed into denser and denser bodies. The densest of all is the physical state. The vibrational rate is the slowest here, okay? The vibrational rate in the physical level is very slower. Time appears faster. Now, when you are denser, the time is actually running. The time is very fast here. It seems as if it's very fast because it is inversely related to the vibrational rate. So now the vibrational rate here is slowest, but time around it is very fast, it's going very fast, increased. And vibrational state is inversely proportional to time. This is how there, so as the vibrational rate is increased, time slows down. So when you are in the higher vibrational rate, time slows down. This is how there can be difficulty in choosing the right body, the right time of re-entry into the physical state. Because of this, because of the disparity of time, the opportunity might be missed. There are many levels of consciousness, many vibrational states. It is not important that you know all of these levels. The first level of the seven is that which is most important to you. It is important to experience in the first plane rather than to abstract and intellectualize about the higher planes. Eventually, you will have to experience them all. Your task is to teach of experience, to take that which is belief and faith and transform it into experience so that the learning is complete. Because experience transcends belief. Teach them to experience. Remove their fear. Teach them to love and help one another. This involves the free will of others, but to reach out with love, to reach out with compassion, to help other, this is what you must do on your plane. Okay, masters, I'm going to stop here today now. This is the first paragraph of second paragraph of page number. Let me see. In the book, it is. Pass this. Okay, page number 63 from the book. Okay, masters, page number 63 from this book. Second paragraph from that, we have to. Humans always think of themselves. This is from where we are going to start on Monday or some other time. Anyhow, thank you so much for listening to me. Now, here, one important example that I would like to give you all. Okay, I'm going to tell you how it seems or how it feels when. Okay, the line I read about the vibrational rate is inversely proportional to time. Now, this is one beautiful example which will help you understand what I was reading. In my childhood days, I was like during my schooling days, I would say, when I was in school, I was an athlete and I would run for relay races or for the flat races. Okay. So during that time, the races were like whenever you go for relay races or the flat races, the experience of that running and the speed has to be maintained so that, or you have to, whenever you are competing with someone, your speed has to be increased at a very, basically, so that you can kill the time, I would say. How to say, not kill the time, but your speed should be much faster than the time, right? So that you can win that race, you can compete with the other person. So there was this time when I was in a relay race, and there were four people in that relay race, and I was heading the blue house team. So I was in the blue house, red house, and the green house were there. I was heading the blue house team, and I started the race first, and then I have to end also. So I gave the, the stick to, there was a stick also. So I had to pass on that stick to the second person. Then the second person ran, then third person, then fourth person. I think, yeah, I think I was the fourth person, something. I don't remember exactly, but I remember this, that at the last, when I had to finish that race and I was the last person, I saw that the red house team was winning. And there was so much difference between the blue house and the red house. And it was difficult to win that race. But I, you know, gathered up all my stamina, all the energy that I could, and to pull through that competition, to finish that competition, and to win that competition. So whatever I could do, I just ran through, and I gathered all my stamina and sped up, basically, a lot of speed. And at that time, I noticed that everyone who was watching around, see, when you are running at a okay rate, you won't be able to see anyone. But when you are speeding up in a very high speed, the time stops basically. And that was the time I saw everything was basically paused. I saw everything was paused. I could watch everyone, and that was the moment. It surprised me at that time in my childhood. Now when I'm remembering that time, I'm like, wow, Madhu, what you did. But see, now you can't experience that because I'm not running, right? I'm very stationary. I'm stable. But when you're running, you're not stable. Your body is not stable. You're running, and you're actually running across time, because basically you're able to kill time, right? You don't have to do anything. You were running. Time was stationary now. That is what I watched, that I could see everyone. I could see that my skirt is going up. I could see that my as if I'm a cycle. My feet had become cycle, and only this body is sedentary. And I could see everyone in a pause state. That is why I understood that when you speed up, time becomes stationary. So your inner self, basically, when we meditate, the energy that comes in, the energy is basically from the spirit. The energy comes from the cosmos. The energy is so high, so vibrationally high, that when it enters your body, it has to become dense. So that is why sometimes your body can't take it, and then you start shaking during that meditation. You start moving here back and forth, or on sidewise, or you start rotating. Why? Because that energy is high when that comes. But because we are on this physical plane, it starts crystallizing, it starts transforming. And then, if we are able to grasp that energy, we are able to understand that time is stationary on the higher vibrational state, right? Uh, but when it comes here, time seems very fast. Within like 2 minutes, 3 minutes is very fast. So, anything that you want to share or say? Otherwise, we can go straight into meditation, masters. I'm done. I'm done for today. But this was a beautiful experience from my childhood, and it really brought so many memories. But the point is, I remember that the time paused, and I was running, and I won that game. And yeah, final is I won that competition. I was the winner, and the whole team was winner. So not only me, but the whole team, because the whole team's responsibility was with the last person who could win that game. And it was so much difference, the lag, and I could finish that lag. I could come close, and the opponent partner who was running, she was a girl, and she was a senior to me, and she said, because I got hurt of some, she got hurt and she was wounded. So she says that because I was hurt, so I lost that race. But the point is, she was running, na? She was running, right? All throughout, she was running in a very speedy way. How much I have to run? How much I have to speed up? So the point is, because she was losing, so she had to say something. But I understood and I kept quiet. I did not say anything. But the thing that I watched was so profound, Masters. So this is my experience. Anyhow, it was so wonderful to get to know Elizabeth life during the Palestine time and what all things happened. So now we understand that trauma, whenever there is a particular trauma and the depression, grief, which is not going, why it is not going? If we have done the emotional clearing, the energetic blockages are also removed. But that energy can also come through from the past, which needs to be cleared. Okay. So anyhow, Masters, thank you so much. And I don't see anyone talking. I don't see anyone discussing anything. I hope you all understood, because from now on, I'm going to put objective type questions to all of you so that you can answer, so that I know that you all understood. Anyhow, this is just a joke. But yeah, Nina ji, thank you so much, because I really want to hear you all out, and then we can definitely go into meditation. Yes.
Hi, Madhuji. Actually, thank you for explaining, this energy thing.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't know that, like one day I was shaking.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yesterday I
Uh,
was shaking. During the meditation, I was shaking.
right, right. And also, like, I had a movement, as you said, side to side. I
Yes.
was like wondering why I'm doing that, but
Wow.
now, you know, you explained. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, that is experience sharing, and that you also felt, I also felt, and that is very
Yeah,
profound. And you understood now, right? Why it was
yes,
happening. Because of the spirit
right.
energy.
And
Because,
sometimes I felt my teeth were also like making noise. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so at that time, we can always ground our energy, putting our hands on the floor. That
Okay,
can also help, or putting our feet. Or
oh,
if you
great,
have the
great.
power to hold that energy, just sit and see how
Hmm.
much you can hold. Otherwise, just ground. Yeah,
Okay,
like this
thank
is
you,
for
thank you,
anyone. Yeah.
thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Ninaji. Thank you so much. Yes, Nirjaji. Unmute yourself.
No, just a couple of observations. When in the previous chapters or something, also Dr. Bryce says that doing this kind of past regression, like yesterday, also when we were hearing about the knife going into his neck
Correct.
and then him
Yeah.
feeling it, right? We were just talking about it today for a different thing. Even for
Mhm.
us, right? We don't know what
Yeah.
imprints we have been carrying.
Mm-hmm.
But just an observation, I had gone to Jallianwala Bagh. Many people might have gone to,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just feel that energy there,
Mm-hmm.
right? The sadness, it's almost like you can see. I was like crying uncontrollably. It was like you could feel the people there when you go near the well. And the same thing for work, we had to go to Israel, and
Uh-huh.
they took us to the city, and they took us to where Christ was actually crucified.
Uh-huh.
And unknowingly you start crying. It's like a shrine there, like
I think
but
the
it's
energy is of that
yeah, you
emotional
feel,
energy is there.
yeah. And then you pass through that, the Palestine and Israel's, because of the constant conflict. There's so much curfew and things, and you can feel that there's a wailing wall where people go and wail. So it's so tangible, that energy is like you feel sad, automatically you become quiet. And the group was like, so.
Yes.
And when I was there, I was thinking of Jallianwala Bagh, because it was like I was extremely sad when I had visited that.
That is why
Yeah.
in the like upcoming pages, paragraph, we are going to also understand why the past that went, there were certain things that had to happen, happened. Now, there are certain things that are needed to happen in the future. But the most important is your present. This is
Mm.
the present time is very important. So we are going to learn. I'm going to just read through it because it would take, time.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, let me stop. But love is real. That's what they are saying. And that emotional energy actually can put us through so much trauma, pain. It stays there.
Yeah,
It
it
stays
stays there.
as an
Yeah.
energy
Yeah.
block. And we all have to clear it. Just imagine why we sometimes like we feel so much sad, grief, or depression. It is because we have something. If this is not from this, and you tried everything in your power to change your present, still it is not changing. How about let's go into the past and look into our past lives through this past life regression or the hypnosis, many can do that, but through meditation also you can go into your past life. And that is why, anyhow, but
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to teach in the coming classes. It is a paid course, and this will be very important because I had experienced my past life, and I actually was able to hear Dr. Weiss says that um, when we connect the present with the past, why we are able to connect with the present with the past, because there is something that needs to be taken out, to be opened, and because that brings healing. And when I thought about my past life, that I was a monk and I saw Sanghamitra, Ashoka's daughter, in my past life, and I was not taking that step to talk about Buddha's time. So masters gave me that lucid dream. Through lucid dream, they gave me messages. And that time I understood that I was a monk, and there are future masters who would be coming from future. The masters are there who would be coming and meeting me. And I think this is what is happening in my life at present. And now I understood that this was my mission, to teach and meditate and give meditation classes. So there had been some unfinished business that I had to do. Maybe that was very fulfilling for me, and it brought me so much peace. Maybe I was a warrior, and I have seen that a sword coming time and again with me. I have seen the sword of justice coming to me, and I'm holding that sword. I'm cutting through people. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've seen. So somehow it comes to me. And whenever I am in that state, I take my sword. The sword comes to me in meditation. I don't know how. And that is what. Anyway, masters, let's not go back in my past. But it is, pardon? Sorry. Okay. So, Master, thank you so much, Nirja ji. Wonderful experience sharing. And really, there are places where this energy can be felt. And it's also the time in India where the Char Sahibzade had been killed by the Britishers, and what happened. Not only Britishers, sorry. There's a Muslim king who did that with them. And these Char Sahibzade, they fought for, bringing peace, and also bringing that, saving so many people. And they gave their life for the whole area, basically. Anyhow, masters, thank you so much. And let's go into meditation. So take your positions, take your, bring your hands together, clasp your fingers into fingers, close your eyes, and be with your breath, masters. Let's go into deeper states of meditation. Go into deeper states by breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly. Let your body become steady. The more steady the body is, easily the cosmic energy will enter your crown area and then go into your parasympathetic nerves. What happens when you are in this physical state with this ego mind? When you are in stress, when your body is in stress, when you're not comfortable, when you are moving always, what happens? Your sympathetic nervous system is active, where the stress releases cortisol. But when you enter this deeper states of meditation, when you become more relaxed and peaceful, what happens to your body? Your body now is able to release dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Your body is put to rest in a peaceful state. It becomes more calm, it becomes more loving, and then forgiving is easy. So let's go into deeper states, masters. Let's put our body to rest and let this energy come in and help our body to become rejuvenated, recharged, and let us experience the wisdom that is coming from the masters. So as you breathe in and as you breathe out, let go of any thoughts that are coming. If you still are not able to let go of these thoughts, let them be there. Just observe, don't judge, don't criticize. The mind is trying to process all the information. The clarity will come through. We only use some percentage, very less percentage of the mind. But when we are in meditation, we can use our whole mind. There is more clarity. We can process everything into our mind as if there is a deep connection with these ganglia of nerves that are inside our brain. So as you breathe in and breathe out, masters, take your time to be aware of your own emotions, thoughts, as you have read the quote today. It's up to you to grow either a garden out of a beautiful seed, a beautiful garden out of a seed, or you can grow weeds. So let your thoughts be positive, miraculous, rather than putting your mind with negativity or negative thinking, or in the past, whatever happened, let that go. It is up to you to release those thoughts, to not get attached or stuck with those thoughts. Let that not drain your energy. Because when you start thinking about your past, you spend a lot of energy. And when you think about your future, again, you are in that worrying state. You use more energy to create that future, to worry about it without any reason. So let's put our energy in our present. Let's breathe in and be aware of every single breath that comes in and goes out. So inhale deeply and exhale softly. Again, inhale deeply and exhale softly. Let your body feel this rejuvenation and let it feel the peace and bliss. Every breath brings in a lot of peace and happiness, calming state. As you breathe in, relax your brain region, relax each and every breath. Let it relax your facial expressions, relax your neck muscles. Breathe in into your gut, into your throat. Relaxing your shoulders, your upper back, middle back, and lower back. Let each and every breath guide you into your energy meridians, into energy centers. Let it relax your chest region, your diaphragm, heart, and lungs. As you inhale deeply, try to expand your lungs. Let your chest and ribs expand as you breathe in. As you inhale, let this energy of life force go down into your abdomen. Let it put your digestive system to work efficiently. Your pineal gland, as it comes to a relaxed state as it feels the stress is being released and more peace and bliss is entering your body and mind. It starts releasing positive hormones or happy hormones into your system, keeping your digestive system, reproductive system, and your excretory system is feeling this blissful energy, this positive secretion, positive hormone. It goes inside your liver, pancreas, gallbladder, kidneys, small intestine, large intestine. It enters your sacral region, sacral chakra, your reproductive parts. It heals each and every part of your body. Every breath brings healing energy. Every cell within your body and each and every organ feels peaceful, happy, rejuvenated, recharged. Now it starts giving your body a boost of rejuvenation and recharging energy, which helps each and every organ to work efficiently. As you are breathing in, breathing out, let us take this energy down into our waist, hips, thighs, knees, calf muscles, going down into your ankles, knees, the soles of your feet and toes, and ground this energy with Mother Earth. Every day, grounding is a must. Do your grounding, connect with Mother Earth. Feel your toes reaching out as roots and connecting with Mother Earth. Let us invoke and invite Mother Earth to connect with us. Dear Mother Earth, we invoke you, we call upon you, and we ask you to help us connect with your energy and your consciousness. Please help us ground our energies, stabilize our energy. Now, as you are connecting with Mother Earth, start feeling the inflow of her grounding energy, which is stabilizing you. Let it come through from your feet and go through till your crown. Now just concentrate on your in-breath and out-breath and bring your focus on your third eye or the frontal part of your nasal passage or onto the edge of your hairline, wherever it makes you comfortable. Keep your focus steady. As you are breathing in and breathing out, as you are inhaling and exhaling, try to become one with your own breath. Let there be no separation between this incoming and outgoing. Let go of any identity that you hold. Let go of any trauma, pain, and just be with your breath. Bring in the awareness energy and just become one with everything. Be with your breath, Masters. Every second is highly important. Be aware of how each breath comes in, each goes out. If you are in the deeper states, you won't even feel any separation. So just go deeper and deeper into your own self. My dear masters, now very slowly, let us all come back into our body's consciousness, masters. Very slowly, take your time to straighten up your body, your spine, your neck, and your head. Take a deep in breath and slow out breath. Wherever you are, come back into your body and your consciousness. As you inhale deeply, let your feet and your hands feel the sense, and also try to move your fingers, your toes, your hands and your feet. Your spine is straight. Bring your head back and straighten it up. Take a deep in breath, and now very slowly, whenever you feel comfortable, you can unclasp your hands and keep them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And whenever you are comfortable, you can open your eyes beneath your palms, let go of your hands, and come out with a beautiful smile, masters. Now let us hug ourselves. Lovingly hug yourself, touch your hands, and pat on your back. And be proud of yourself that you completed this minute of meditation today with yourself, with the group. Say this to yourself that I am love. Within me, around me is love. I am a peaceful, happy, vibrant soul. I am happy, healthy, and vibrant. I love myself. I accept myself. I love others and accept others. Whatever I do it with love. Within me and around me is love. I am love. I experience only love, peace, and happiness in whatever I am attached with, in whatever I work with, in my receivings, my givings. I only work with love. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful meditation time and you went into deeper states. If you have any questions or anything that you want to share, I'm all ears. I would take this time. But if there is nothing, just letting you know that tomorrow is Saturday, and then day after tomorrow is Sunday. For people who are joining from India, for them it would be Sunday and Monday. So there is no class on Saturday, Sunday. And just want to share this out loud that if you happen to see my status, there is a paid course that I'm going to start from 4th of January for India people, and 4th of January for US people, and 5th of January for India people. Basically, the class is same. It's the time because it will be 8 p.m. Chicago time for us, and for India people it is the next day. Basically, whenever it is our 4th, it will be their 5th. Okay, so just letting you know. And that is from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Chicago time. For India it would be 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Okay, it would be our Saturday and it would be their Sunday. So just letting you know, everything is in detail in the flyer given. Every detail is given, but still, if you have any questions, you can always ask me. The course is paid, but it will be starting from 4th of January for us. Okay. Thank you so much. And all the PayPal details and the Zelle details are given. You can use that to pay for the course to join, and then you can start. It is a 11-week session, masters. Okay. And we are doing psychic abilities course. And so just go on my status and you will see. If you have any questions, personally text me. Thank you so much. Yes, Nina ji, go ahead, please.
So, Madhuji, you answered my question. It's weekly session, right? So, you answered my question. It's per week, one class.
Yeah, per week, one class, 2 hours each.
2 hours.
Every day class. Yeah, every
Okay.
time, whenever the class is, it will be for 2 hours.
Okay.
1 hour, it would be practice. 1 hour, it would be theory. that I'll be teaching, and then we are going to practice for the next hour.
Perfect.
Right?
Always Saturday, right? Always.
Yeah, always our Saturday, and then
Yes.
for India people it will be Sunday. Because see, at
Perfect.
this time when we are going and doing meditation, at this time also, it is our Friday night, but for India people it is Saturday morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is
Perfect.
what I wanted to tell. Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone,
Thank you.
for hearing me out. And I hope you all are doing wonderfully well in your meditation. But if there is any question, or if you see me doing or going out of sorts sometimes, it is because there had been something that is going on. So I'm, no, the recording wouldn't be shared. I would take an, yeah, it is in my status. I would share you personally if you need it, Hillary, and Homaji. The recording is not there. I'm not recording the sessions because uh, maybe people might take advantage of it. I know many do, so I'm going to not do that. But if you miss a session, then you have to let me know that what is the reason why, and if you can, please try to attend, like be present with the session, because see, it would take another day for me to give you that class, right? I will be giving that class. You won't be missing, but try to not, these 11 weeks, it's only about Saturday for India people, sorry, for US people. And for India people, it would be Sunday time. So only for 11 weeks, you have to be like that. And sometimes if we all are busy, maybe on that day we are not doing, we'll try to come up with another day. So we'll do that. But just letting you all know, try to remain on task, try to be disciplined, try to be determined about the class. Because see, if someone wants to do something, they would do it. If I tell you, oh, let's go to a party and let's go to a restaurant, let's eat something good, you will do that, right? So because you're paying the money, so this is your money, you want that for proper energy exchange. So I want you to use this time wisely, because you're going to learn something with the whole group. It would not, so not this group, but it is apart from light and soul. Okay, it would not come under light and soul. Maybe after a while, maybe if I make a academy or something, definitely I'll do that. But right now it is not, the recordings are not going to be done, and it wouldn't be posted on Love Light Starshine. Just letting you all know, it would be, you have to take a notebook, you have to journal, and you have to be ready for it, because it's practical also. Okay, so just letting you all know. Okay, masters, so try to be present as much as you can, and we'll see what can be done. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Neena ji, Homa ji. Okay, Homa ji. Thank you, for loves and hugs. Thank you so much to everyone. I'm giving you the hug back as well. Yeah. You can always practice further at home, but I understand, I'll tell you, because it won't require that much of, only the meditation would be, I'll see. I'm not promising anything right now, because see, the energy will be there for 2 hours. I'll be there with you all. We are going to practice it then and there. So let's not ask any more questions here. It will be all clear in the group where this paid course will be taught. Okay, masters? So thank you so much. Will clear everything. Okay, let me come to that. And uh, I also have to prepare whatever I'm going to teach. I'm going to prepare everything so that it is brought in front of you, and you can take advantage of it. Use that energy that you are giving to me, I'm going to give you back, right? So anyhow, and then not only me, the spirit world, the astral world, all the masters, ascended masters, they also will be there with us, right? So thank you so much, everyone. And we'll talk soon. Okay. Thank you. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, there is no class, just letting you know. Monday, again, we meet with the Swadhyay. And also, I'm thinking, let's do 3 days of Swadhyay and 2 days, like in between, like Monday, if I'm doing the book read, then Tuesday, just plain meditation session. Then Wednesday, again, if the Swadhyay is there, book read is there, then with the meditation as well. But then on Thursday, again, we are going to do only meditation. Or if that is on Friday, book read is on Friday, we are going to do meditate on Thursday, only meditation. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, so that we are using this time wisely, right? And we are meditating as well, we are putting energy in our meditation. So this is for the everyday that we do meditation here, which is free, right? Free of cost. So this is what we are doing here. But the course that I'm talking, it is a paid course and it is separate from Light and Soul. So here, and that is about psychic ability. This is about meditation and the soul stuff, and definitely that also involves other things. But anyhow, thank you so much, everyone, for hearing me out and listening to me. Take care, stay blessed, meditate every day. Do your individual meditation, sitting with your own self individually, as well as working with the group is very important as well. Because at this time, we start healing ourselves big time. Quickly, we heal ourselves. Okay, Masters, thank you. Thank you so much. And stay blessed, stay happy, stay vibrant. Let's meet on Monday. Thank you.